I wasn't really myself.
Yeah.
I was just there looking at him, and I was praying to God that, God, please don't let this happen. He's just a young boy. If you want to take anybody, you can take me. Use me to replace him. He has a lot to do in his life. I kept playing his music for him. I kept playing gospel music, keep praying for him. I was there with him until his last moment. But it was as if there was no answer from God that very moment. It's not easy because that happens to be my second son that passed on. The first one passed on when he was a child.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So he passed on as an adult. I had to go and see a psychiatric or stay in the psychiatric ward for some time because...
Stayed in the psychiatric ward for some time?
Yeah, because I was really going.
A mother losing her child is such a difficult thing that even I am struggling to talk about that. But obviously in 2022, the nation witnessed this kind of grief with you when you lost your son, Rico. Was this? I know you have 3 kids. You had 3 kids. Was this second or the last?
He was the last.
Right, he was the last. And so 2022, Rico Swavey, who was very much beloved, got into what turned out to be a fatal accident. Where were you when you heard this?
I live in Jos.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
When it happened, I spoke to him over the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, because I couldn't hear from him for some time. So when I finally got through to him, he was telling me that he has to do 1 or 2 things. I was even telling him that, listen, you don't completely shut yourself out because, I will always want to reach out to you. And if I don't get to hear from you, I get very, very worried. So you don't do that again. So I was scolding him at the same time and I was now talking to him. And he was saying, okay, Mama, I'm sorry. I said, all right. So we spoke on Saturday. He called me on Monday morning. He said, Mama, how are you doing? I said, I'm fine. I'm okay and all that. So how are you doing? When we talk about his music, we talk about his activities for the day. And he said it's okay. He has some few things he wants to do. It's all right. We talk later. And I think the thing happened on Monday late night. Yeah. So I tried reaching him before that. His number was not going through, but he sent me a text message and Mama, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Bye. And that's it.
That was his last message to you.
So, and it happened, I think, very late hour of the night, around that 12:01. It happened, but they didn't get to reach me till around that 3:30 in the early hours of the morning. The phone call came in, but it was a number that I did not know. So it kept ringing, and I didn't pick. I just dropped the phone there, and I got out. I said, is it the security man from the next house that is trying to reach me? Is there an intruder in the company, in the compound that somebody is trying to call? So at that time, the NEPA took light and there was no light, so I cannot carry a torchlight to look outside. And everywhere was peaceful, there was no problem. And I went back to lie down. And then the phone call kept coming. I said, what number is this? What number is this? So I didn't want to pick it up because I really didn't know. I said, it could be all these fraudsters, just trying to. And I now look into my true caller. It was saying spam call. I thought, I knew it's going to be a fraudster call. So I just left the phone. I didn't pick it up until in the morning around 6. My son came and met me in the room and said, around that 5:30. I sat outside and I went back. I was sitting outside and I felt so sleepy, a sleep that I could not control. It was just coming like that. So I said, what kind of sleep is this? I could not even try to open my eyes. I said, okay. On the chair, I just put my head on the pillow and I slept. It was like a vision. It was like something like a vision just came to me. I was like, in the car driving with some young people. They were all wearing black. And I was sitting at the back. And I was asking them, where are we going? They said, oh, we're going for a funeral. I said, funeral? We now drove the car to a big house. The house was mighty. So what are we coming to do here? He said, there's a funeral taking place there. I said, who died? Nobody said. So as I was asking, my elder son came, and I was asking him, I said, Tony, who died? Why did we come? Everybody's wearing black. Who died? He said, Mommy, oh, it's, do you remember my stepmom and all that? Oh, she died. I said, but she's been dead a long time ago. So why are we doing the funeral now? That was in that dream. So it was as if I walked away. I went inside the car, and there was a young guy, very light-skinned guy, was driving the car, and the car had an accident. And I saw my son running. My elder son was just running towards me, saying, Mommy, are you okay? Are you okay? I said, I'm fine. I said, but I don't think he's okay. Go and check on him. You know. So when I woke up, my older son now came and said, Mommy, it's Patrick. I said, what's wrong? He said, he's involved in an accident. An accident? Then my mind now flashes back to the dream I just had.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, where is he? He said he's in Evercare.
He's in where?
Evercare Hospital.
Evercare Hospital in Lagos.
In Lagos. I said, okay. And I now pick up the phone, call my sister. I said, could you please go to Evercare Hospital? They said Patrick had an accident. And I called my older sister, please go there. And I called my son. I said, try and get me a flight to Lagos. And that was how it happened. But I didn't get into Lagos in time because the flight was delayed. But I kept asking them, how is he? But nobody was actually telling me the truth. They kept telling me, he's okay, he's fine. I said, is he talking? Oh, he's okay, he opened his eyes, he's okay, but you need to be here. All I heard is that you need to be here. You need to be here. I said, I'm on my way, I'm coming, but the flight is delayed. I kept calling, oh, he's okay, he's fine, he's okay. But you just need to be here. A lot of people, or the family were calling me, but you just need to be, are you coming? I said, I'm coming, but the flight is delayed. I'm still at the airport. So I got to Lagos around about 6 and drove straight to the hospital. As soon as I just got to before I saw the building, and the building now flashes in my dream. My dream flashes back to me.
You.
And I said, no, it can't be. It can't be. You know, I tried to pray and said, no, it can't be. It can't be. So I now went into the hospital. You know, I had a lot of press people around. Immediately they saw that I'm here. You know, the mother is there. Everybody just rushed after me. And I went in. But when I got there, they said they took him for a scan. And that was what happened. So I waited for about 30 minutes later, then I brought him back. When I saw him, he wasn't really looking good. He wasn't looking good. He was in intensive care, but I keep praying.
It's inconceivable for me. What is it like for a mother to see her child in that kind of a state?
It's not easy because that happens to be my second son that passed on.
Yeah.
The first one passed on when he was a child.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So he passed on as an adult. So it wasn't really easy for me at that time. I wasn't really myself.
Yeah.
All I wanted him to do, whether he was a vegetable or he's not a vegetable, let him just come out.
Yes.
I just wanted him to tell me what happened.
Yeah.
How did it happen?
Yeah.
What happened? How did it happen? But I was not hearing anything from him. Even if I saw his hand was like a flex, you know. And I asked him, he said it's just a reflex. It's nothing. So there was nothing at all. Nothing. So I kept playing his music for him. I kept playing gospel music. I kept praying for him. I was there with him until his last moment, you know, when they came to call me that he's gone into cardiac arrest. And I asked them that, can somebody be on a ventilator and go on a cardiac arrest? They said, yes, it's possible. So they were trying to resuscitate him when I was there. I was just there looking at him, and I was praying to God that, God, please don't let this happen. He's just a young boy. if you want to take anybody, you can take me. Use me to replace him. He has a lot to do in his life. I've already been through half of my life. So. But it was as if there was no answer from God that very moment. There was nothing. All I was saying that Patrick was just slipping off, little by little. And the doctors were trying. I kept telling them, don't give up. Make him come back. Try this one. Try that one. But they were just looking at me because he has already gone. So they were just trying to please me and waiting for me to tell them, okay, remove the machine. I said, okay, try the balloon one. They put the injection, they tried it. The balloon will go up, then it will come down completely. All right, try the ECG. Now tried it with the heart and everything, and the thing kept going. I said, try it again. It went off. So, and they thought they were now looking at me, and I said, okay, just remove the machine, it's gone. Wow. Remove everything you put on his body and let him be. It's gone. So it was very, very difficult for me to tell them to remove all those things because he wasn't really living anymore. So there was no point again. Because when I touched him, everything, it was just
gone.
It was already gone. So just have to tell them, remove it. And when they now remove it, they said they want. I said, no, I want to have a moment with him. Just let me be with my son. You can remove all your mission and stay away. Just let me be with him.
Yeah.
I want to be with him before you take him away.
So you spent. So everybody had gone, and then
It was just me and him in the room there, just two of us.
Yeah.
I was talking to him.
Yeah.
I was really talking to him. And I know I was not getting an answer back.
Yeah.
I was just holding on to him.
Yeah.
I just held him.
I'm not sure anybody can understand that kind of loneliness in this world like you would have.
It wasn't easy because, you know, if someone have come to tell me that Patrick passed on and I didn't see him, it would have been a different thing. But for me to witness it and see everything, and for me to tell them to remove the machine, it was a big trauma for me.
Yes.
It was a really trauma because I now remember what happened to the other one that died.
Yeah.
I was there too. And I said to God, is it my destiny? Is it my fate to be seeing my children, you know, slipping off in front of me?
You.
So I couldn't get no answer.
Yeah.
I had to go and see a psychiatric or stay in the psychiatric ward for some time because...
Stay in the psychiatric ward for some time?
Yeah, because I was really going... Yeah, I was just find myself walking alone at 2:30 to 3 a.m. in the midnight, coming out of my compound. I was kind of fearless. I was not even thinking, did somebody will come and kill me or anything? I was just walking and I was just going. And the guard for the security man in the other compound has to call my own security man and said, have you seen your madam? I saw her walking
down.
So the guy now called my sister and they now came and carried me in. And that was when I went to secretary now put me on antidepressant and put me on the ward for about 3-4 days to get me together, to get me back together.
Yeah. How are you able to, you've lost 2 sons, how are you able to maintain faith in God after such huge losses?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't easy. My faith was upside down.
Yeah.
It was upside down. I didn't go and see any pastor for any counseling, I'll be honest. I didn't go for anybody for any counseling. I think I counseled myself. I was talking to myself most of the time. I was trying to, because I'm a very practical person. So I was saying it in a practical way, not in a spiritual way. So this was meant to happen, it will happen, no matter what I do. So I was looking at it that way.
Right.
That I have to learn to accept it,
Mm.
which is very difficult for me to accept. So at that time I was in depression. I was living in the denial that Patrick was not gone.
So even though you had passed in your arms,
Even though he's still in my hand, but I
yes,
was
you
still
still
thinking,
believing that he hasn't gone.
he hasn't
Yes,
gone.
yeah.
And that's maybe there's a miracle that is going to happen. So
Yeah,
we'll do
yeah.
that. But I will be honest, I don't believe in miracles anymore.
Mm.
I just believe that when things will happen, it will happen.
Mm. Mm.
We humans, we don't really have a hold on it.
Don't really have the power that we think we have over
No,
this life.
No,
Yeah.
we don't. When it's time for anybody to go, it will go.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to do. And I started listening I opened the YouTube and now listened to T.D. Jakes, was talking about life and death and things. So it was one of his sermons. I started repeating those sermons all the time, over and over and over and over. That was what I wanted to hear at that time.
Mm.
I didn't want to hear anything about miracle.
Mm.
I didn't want to hear anything
Yeah.
about this. I wanted to hear the basic truth.
Yeah.
That was one of my healing process.
Mm. Yeah. And T.D. Jakes is good at that. He
Yes.
goes straight. He's practical. He's
Yeah.
realistic.
Yes,
He's truthful.
It's truthful.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I wanted to listen. I didn't
Yeah.
want no painted thing.
Yes. Yes.
So
this changed. So this didn't make you turn away from God, but it made you see life and faith differently.
yeah, my faith is different now.
Mm.
I didn't turn away from God. I
Mm.
still believe in God, but my faith is very different.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.